All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Act, 1984. Although IMDb is saying 1983 and the rolling credits say 1982, this is an extremely obscure movie. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word obscure. This is an extremely obscure movie. Had a brain fart there. Only 73 ratings on IMDb. And for good reason, too. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars, although it gets a much higher 4.9 out of 10 on IMDb, which is kind of middle of the road, more like 3 out of 5, or 2.5 out of, I should say. It's a comedy, but it's not funny. I didn't laugh a single time in this one. The only nude scene is, why is this rated R? The only nude scene is some guy doing simulated sex in a closet, and all you can see is his backside. He's blocking the naked woman in the closet. Blackmail, a complex heist, and political sneakery collide into a complicated caper full of disguises and surprises where it's never clear who's really working for whom. Yeah, this movie is confusing. It's got Roger Davis from Dark Shadows. We like Roger Davis in Dark Shadows. We do not like him in The Act. He plays the deputy police chief, deputy police chief, the Keystone Cop. All right. It's got a bunch of TV stars in there. Roger Ginty. Is that how you say his name? Roger Ginty, Roger Davis, a lot of Rogers. Written by Robert Lipsyte. Okay. More like this. The Concrete Jungle. Gold Raiders, The Banker, and Maniac Killer. I haven't seen any of those, but The Concrete Jungle looks interesting. The women in prison film. All right. Blackmail, a complex heist. And I already said that. That's the storyline. It's a comedy rated R for no particular reason, other than cursing in that one nude scene with the guy showing off his butt, which I didn't appreciate. User reviews. This is from Eeyore, dated February 11, 2023. Cynicism laid on with a trowel. My review was written in August 1984 after watching the film on Vestron video cassette. Okay, so this must be a straight-to-video, I'm guessing, because it was shot in 82, and if you do a Google query, most everything except for IMDb comes up as 1984. The Act is an unappealing B picture reeking of cynicism concerning contemporary U.S. society's mores, filmed in 1982 under the title Bless 'Em All. Pick was briefly released earlier this year and is now a curiosity for home video fans. Film is currently the subject of a legal battle surrounding its distribution. I guess it says 1984 on Google query. Presented in an awkward time-hopping structure. Okay, it starts out with the heist of the hotel lockbox. by five people who are that you cannot. Uh, I couldn't get attached to any of these characters. I didn't care who they were or what they were doing. But in this movie, they're robbing a hotel lockbox. The pick starts out mid-execution of a crime caper, violating the genre requirement of showing recruitment and planning first. The act concerns a hotshot labor union lawyer turned presidential assistant, Don Tucker, played by Robert Ginty, who engineers a deal to avoid a Gandhi-style hunger strike threatened by Kruger, the Green Acres dude. In return for a lot of television stars in this. In return for the pardon, the Prez, John Cullum, in a weird turn, demands and gets a $2 million under the table campaign contribution from current union boss Frank Boda, played by the great Pat Hingle. Now there's a familiar face, Pat Hingle. Afraid of losing face when the word gets out that he was bamboozled, Boda orders his organizing chieftain Mickey James Andronica to recover the cash, and Mickey hires an ex-con, Nick Saravoy, who improbably brings along his instantly corruptible acting troupe to pull the heist. They take over NY's Savoy Hotel, robbing the payoff money while Tucker is upstairs dallying with a good time girl, Jill St. John. Jill St. John does not get naked. I like the women's hairdos in this from 1982. It reminds me of why 1982 is one of my favorite years as a 12-year-old. One of my favorite years of lifetime as a 12-year-old. I had no responsibilities, no bills to pay. I was collecting baseball cards. I was in sixth grade. I didn't know puberty yet, but I was listening to AC/DC Back in Black with my stepfather in his Volkswagen little sport car. I think it was a Golf or a I can't remember what car he was driving. But he was just blasted AC/DC at school. And the girls, so the boys, when we went on a field trip, the boys would blast AC/DC. And the girls would blast the Go-Go's. I don't know what kind of music they play in this movie, but it's horrible. Potentially interesting opus becomes silly due to the exaggerated venality of all the characters. Filmmaker Sig Shore, best known for producing the hit Superfly and its sequel, showed a sharper touch and far more credibility with a similarly cynical expose of the recording industry. That's the Way of the World, starring Harvey Keitel and written by the act scripter Robert Lipsyte. I mentioned him. Acting is earnest but unexceptional, and tech credits are on the cheap. All right. So this is a low-budget, obscure movie. Limited theatrical release in 1982. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. Release date August 5th, 1983. Why are these people lying to me? This reviewer just said 1982. Um, so IMDb allows me to dig deeper. Here we go. United States release date August 5th, 1983 in Lubbock, Texas. Where was I? I just jumped around. Favorite Robert Z. Dahl role? I'm going with Return to Frogtown. Karate Man is in the chat room, by the way. I was talking about a completely unrelated movie. And of course, Karate Man chats favorite Robert Zedar role. Okay. So Robert Zedar replaced Rowdy Roddy Piper in the Frogtown sequel, which is actually better than the original Frogtown movie with Rowdy Roddy Piper. Hell Comes to Frogtown. All right. So the release date of this movie, I'm going to correct myself, is not 1982, or I'm going to correct this IMDb reviewer. United States is August 5th, 1983. Sweden went straight to video in 1984. UK went straight to video in December 1984. And Germany went straight to TV in October 8th, 1994. So it started out in the United States in late 83. And then it went to Sweden, UK, and Germany, basically the European Union, as it's called now, in video and television format. The man with the big chin? I'm talking about the act, which nobody has heard of. And of course, Karate Man starts randomly discussing Robert Zedar, who is no way affiliated to this movie in any way. Just something that Karate Man comes up in the chat room or on the comment section. Robert Zedar. All right. He's got cherubism. He's got cherubism, a medical condition resulting in a large jawline. Zedar had a unique and easily recognizable look with a slightly sinister appearance, which aided his career as he portrayed villains. What about Return from Frogtown? Yeah, he played Commander Cody in Return from Frogtown. That's got Return to Frogtown has Robert Zedar, Brian James, Charles Napier, Don Stroud, Lou Ferrigno. How could you not like Return to Frogtown, also known as Frogtown 2? I'm being facetious when I say Robert Zedar played Commander Cody. His character name is Sam Hell, which was the name that Roddy Piper used in Hell Comes to Frogtown. What's my favorite Roddy Piper movie? I'm supposed to remember that? I guess Hell Comes to Frogtown. I don't know. Let me see if I can look that up. I don't even remember his movies. As usual, Karate Man goes completely off topic. And so if you were looking for the act, you're getting Robert Zedar and Roddy Piper, thanks to Karate Man. Who's the only one who bothers to show up in the chat room these days, by the way. All right, let's try this way. I don't know. I can't do queries on Google. And YouTube, it doesn't come up under my YouTube handle. Oh, there's the act. There's not only will I give him one of these, but also one of those. The Crusher, Bob Loose, Sinister, Honky Tonk Man. Nothing's coming up. And I can't look it up on Netflix. So I don't know how to answer your question. I'll just go with Jungle Ground. I don't even remember that one. I'll go with Return to Frogtown, because Roddy Piper had to hump on an ugly frog girl or something. I don't even remember that movie, but there's something weird going on with the frog human, the Chimera. I didn't watch it. I turned on the VHS player at my friend's dad's apartment, and I just fell asleep on the floor. I didn't watch any of it. And then when I woke up, it was over. So I used to have it on VHS, but I never actually watched it. Red Heat, Jungle Ground. I'll have to look those up. I probably already reviewed Jungle Ground, but I'll double check. So right now, so I went to Toyota in Daly City. I had about 3 hours to catch up on movie watching, and I got I finally finished the act, and I got about 60% through the Dead Zone, which is an old Adrian recommendation that he kept recommending over and over again. I can see why he likes this. It really starts to pick up in the middle where I'm at right now. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm at the Dead Zone, and I'll try to finish that up before I sleep for like 12 hours. No, not 12, maybe 9. I don't know. Hopefully I can wake up early and get another couple reviews under my belt later.